art galleries, whatever it may be, bingo halls or pubs. But it's not as difficult as many people would say. You know, more and more new buildings now are accessible.
I've found one or two buildings, because I team around a lot with guys and gals in chairs, a lot of buildings and a lot of fire people, for instance, very concerned over the safety of wheelchair cases. Are you going to have meetings with the fire people to see exactly what would be the best thing to be done in the case of a chair? For instance, I'd like to take lots of chairs into, as you say, clubs and stuff like that, but there's a block on it at the moment, you see. Will you be looking into that to see if minimal structural alterations can open up a wide variety of places?
Yes, I have, with the Central Council for the Disabled, been looking into this.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, for young people who want to be with other young people. They don't want to be a separate species.
Yeah. Oh,
and the fire problem is a problem. Some people think that we want better means of exit,
yeah,
you know, of egress rather than access. And certainly this is a thing that I'm very, very much interested in.
Where do you come from?
Manchester.
Manchester. Yeah, listen, dear friends in the audience and beanbags, we would like to wish our good friend here, the Minister, all the best in what is a very tough job. I think we can give him a big hand just now. All the best. All the best. This book you wrote, No Feet to Drag, why did you call it No Feet to Drag?
Well, I was asked how my Act of Parliament for disabled people, you know, I piloted through Parliament the Chronically Sick and Disabled Persons Act to help all disabled people.
It was a private bill, wasn't it?
Yes, as a private member's bill in 1970. And a lady in Lancashire asked me how the Act was going, and I said, well, most local authorities are doing very well, but there are some who are not. They're dragging their feet. Now, this lady had no feet. She was heavily disabled, and she said, well, tell them that they're very lucky to have any feet to drag, which I thought was a very eloquent statement from a very dear person to me, and I thought I'd call the book by her phrase.
No feet to drag. Did you know up at Stoke Mandeville we've got gangsters of like 10 and 11 years of age? You didn't know that, did you?
Well, not gangsters, but...
Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture just now. You watch. Two gangsters I found up there.
Stephen and Dennis, they are, them gangsters I was telling you about. And this here one here, is that Stephen. How old are you, Steve?
13.
13? What is 13?
13.
You mean 13, don't you? Right. And this one over here, if you can cheat over here, because it's very technical doing all this, you see, with these beds. This is Dennis the gangster. Now, listen, what I want to know is that, how old are you?
11.
11. Now, have I done the right thing by you? Didn't I give you T-shirts?
Yes.
Did I give you autographs?
Yes.
Did I keep coming to see you?
Yes.
Right. So, therefore, why do you think that somebody like you would draw this here picture of me? It's no good pulling a face like that, because when I show the ladies and gentlemen what I'm going to show them, look at that. That is supposed to be me, that. As drawn by one Dennis the Menace. Right? Now then, what did I ever do to you that you would draw that picture of me?
Everything.
Just because I happen to see your girlfriend. Right, we shall record this blush now in colour. I'll see you later, folks. See you later. Super times for all. No danger about it. In fact, let me tell you, if you don't work in a hospital, you really are missing something. In fact, you're missing everything.
And I'll tell you something else as well, when they're two young guys, because I know they're watching, you see, and you didn't think I'd played that film, did you? Well, I did. So there, so you're exposed, the both of you. Now then, it could possibly be felt, dear friends, that seeing as I've slept all the way from John Scott's Land's End and only just run across the country, that I might have thought, well, you know, that was a long way. But I would like to introduce you to a man that makes my efforts look about that much compared to 5 million miles, and that is Geoffrey Moorhouse. Where's Geoffrey? Come here, Geoffrey.
You're a terrible exaggerator.
I'm not a terrible exaggerator at all, because what you did knocks all my gear into a cocked hat, because you see, this gentleman actually walked and becamelled himself, I should say, right across a continent practically. How many miles altogether?
It was 2,000 when I'd finished.
2,000 miles. The conditions, let me describe the conditions. Temperature during the day sometimes?
I think probably the top temperature when I was around was about 120 degrees.
120